Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian. And, well, I'm continuing my series of looking at the TV series Hammer House of Horror. Yes! And we are on now episode 2. And this is the 13th reunion from 1980. And this was transmitted on the ITV on the 20th of September 1980. Yes. It's written by Jeremy Burnham. Yes. Now, he's got a really good TV pedigree. The Avengers, he's written for that. There was a TV miniseries, Seagull Island, 1981. We did 5 episodes of that. And this is really well known. Children of the Stones from 1977. That is so highly regarded. He wrote that. So you can't say fairer than that, can you? Anyhow, the director. Now you may recognise this name because I've mentioned him before. And he's got, of course, good Hammer connections. The director's name, of course, is Peter Sasti. Yes. Taste the Blood of Dracula, 1969. I love that one. That he directed, wow, Countess Dracula, 1971. Who can forget Ingrid Pitt in that one? Oh, yes, wonderful. And now, this is it's well thought of, Hands of the Ripper from 1971. He directed that. You can't say fairer than that, can you? You can't. Right, let's have a look at cast then. Then we've got heading the cast, Julie Foster. She plays Ruth, who's the journalist, the investigating journalist, who finds out a lot more than she shouldn't. Or should, whatever way you want to look at it, because she shouldn't get involved, but she does. Yes. Now, in terms of films, she did have a sort of career. Not just she's predominantly known in TV terms, but she was in a film, Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner, from 1962, which is considered a bit of a classic 60s film. She was in Alfie. She's one of Alfie's girls in the brilliant film 1966 with Michael Caine, and a musical with Tommy Steele. Crikey, what a name that's to remember. Half a Sixpence, 1968. I've seen that one. I remember that very well. Yes. Yeah. Anyhow, less said the better. But she had a massive amount of TV experience. I think she still does. She's still involved in all sorts of TV things. Yes, definitely. Then we've got a classic actress, Diane Sheridan, playing Gwen. She was in the classic Guinevere from 1953, yes, and another real classic, The Railway Children, yes, from 1970, wow, yes, and Agatha Christie, The Mirror Cracked, 1980. And also, apparently, I never watched this, but she was in quite a big TV comedy series called Don't Wait Up. That ran between 1983 and 1990. I mean, I don't know that, but there it is. Apparently, it's quite a success. Then we've got Richard Pearson. He plays Sir Humphrey Chesterton. What a name, eh? Now, he was in a bit of Polanski. Macbeth, 1971. Tess, 1979. And Pirates, 1986. And then, again, a lot more TV stuff. A lot of people obviously connected do have a lot of TV experience, which they did. Now, the next one I'm going to point out, we know him. We mentioned him a lot, and he's got a lot of film and TV credits. The wonderful Norman Bird, who plays Basil. Oh, yes, you recognise his face straight away. And I immediately say, Whistle Down the Wind. It's quite important in that film, 1961. Victim, 1961, then with Dirk Bogarde, another classic film, that one. Cash on Demand, do you remember that one? Yes, 1961. That was Peter Cushing. Maniac. Now we've got another Hammer. He's been in a Hammer film. Maniac, 1963. Yeah, we've reviewed all these. Hands of the Ripper. I just mentioned that before. 1971. Wow, a great film that is. Young Winston. Richard Attenborough directed film, 1972. The Medusa Touch. I mean, I'm just going on these films, but the ones that we really love. 1978. Is in that. And just finally, I just say because I love it, it's a favourite film. Omen 3. Yes, the final conflict is in that. So you can't say fairer than that, can you? You can't. Then we've got George Innes playing Cedric. Apparently, he was in The Italian Job, 1969. Hammer Connection. Scars of Dracula. Bayek, 1970. And Sweeney 2. He was in Sweeney 2, The Fault of Sweeney. Yes. Wow. He's in a TV. The brilliant TV series that were made into films is in Sweeney 2. Yeah. Wow. What can you say? Then we've got James Cosmo playing Willis. He's got some interesting films. Assault, 1971, which we have reviewed on this channel. Yes, it's one of those British thrillers. Yeah, fantastic film. Highlander. Yeah, Highlander. Yes, 1986. What a classic film that is. Braveheart, Mel Gibson one. 1995. He's a Scottish actor, and the Train Spotting series of the films. He was in the first Train Spotting film, 1996, and the sequel, Train Spotting 2, in 2017. Wow, there we are. Warren Clark, he plays Ben. Clockwork Orange. Yep, he's a member of the gang, 1971. Yes. And he was in Clint Eastwood film. I always find that amazing when I say that. Oh, Clint Eastwood film. Firefox, 1982. Also, Enigma, 1982. But he's really well known in TV terms in playing Dazil and Pasco, the TV series. Police TV series, 1996 2007. There you are. Then we've got Gerard Kelly playing Andrew. Very recognisable face. He was a Scottish actor. A lot of comedians, comedy things he was involved in. He was involved in this. I've never seen this series, but it was a big popular, which is Rhapsody Nesbitt, 1988 to 1999. I think he was in the extras as well, apparently. Yeah. Just lots of that sort of TV stuff that I don't know much about, but there we are. Then we've got Michael Latimer playing Dr. Bradley. He was in a film called Teenage Dirtbag, 2009, which is quite popular. But he's really an actor, coach, producer, director, a bit of a clever one, eh? That's what you might say. Bayek. Right. Now, this has got some wonderful location filming, as always have. They look so good as well in the Blu-ray restoration. Absolutely fantastic. They've won. Oh, yeah, they look great. Anyhow, location. We've got Farringdon Street in London. We've got Hamphead House in Buckinghamshire, which plays the Chesterton Clinic. We've got St. Mary Magdalene Church in Great Hampden. I think that has popped up all over the place. A very recognisable place. That's in Buckinghamshire. We got Bound Street. Hey, Bound Street. You can't beat a bit of Bound Street. That is in Wendover. Yep, Bound Street, Wendover. And then we've got Warfield Hall, Forest Road, in Newell Green, which is in Berkshire. All these are wonderful because as I'm watching it, I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is really good to see 1980s England. You know, you can't beat it. Just seeing the high streets and the countryside and the cars, the fashion. It's really good. I love that side of when you watch these. Yeah, I do. I love it. Anyhow, you're saying, hey, buy it, get on with story, lad. Well, I'll tell the. What shall we talk about? How it starts? Yeah, of course, Ian. Now, this reporter called Ruth. Let's be honest, she's getting a bit fed up of doing the same stories for the women's interest, the woman's page. And she's sent to cover this weight loss clinic, which people have been writing in and saying, yeah, we didn't like the way they did it. Yeah, something's not right there. So I thought, oh, well, the story, we'll go and find along, you know, undercover reporter, all that kind of stuff. So she goes along and sees this terrible, aggressive technique that's employed. But when she's there, she meets this other man who she's attracted to, and they go out to dinner together. But he seems to be on a bit of a rather strange diet. He's eating a lot of potatoes and things that you don't normally have on these diets. He's a bit suspicious about that, and he has to take these tablets. Anyhow, sadly, he dies in a car crash, but they find her number, which he wrote down on his sleeve, and they ring up and inform her about what's happened. And then she gets a visit, and this is interesting, from Andrew, who works at this undertaker's, and he says that, well, there's shenanigans going on at the undertaker's. Things are not right. They're not right at all. And so we get this story about, you know, bodies being snatched, if you want, and taken away. And why is this going on? Why is this? And of course she thinks, well, this could be a great story. She asks proof her, so she goes and watches some suspicious goings on, and she agrees that things are not right, and they make more discoveries, the story develops, and then it's linked in with another tale, which is again linked with this clinic which would popped up before, this Chesterton Clinic. Oh, he's not right there either, is it? Hey, Bayek. So that's how the story develops, and it's beautifully done again. I mean, all these are written so well. You know, you just know you're onto real classic, brilliant TV. They don't make them like this anymore, do they? No. And a great anthology series. And this is written so well. And it's just hammer. And it's quite gory as well. There's bits of gore in there. You know, this was on the TV as well, you know. I remember watching it. Yes, I remember watching this series where it was transmitted. Fantastic series it was. Yes. I loved it. It's another great episode, and if you haven't seen it, as I say, this is the series to watch these great stories. You know, I wish they did more, you know, anthology horror series, and wouldn't it be good if they did them for TV as well? You know, films obviously do them still, and but you know, TV is a good place. You can do a lot, get some good writers in. Anyhow, I'm preaching. I'm going on. But yeah, Hammer, this is it. This is really good. Highly recommended. It's a great episode. And the 13th reunion, you'll realise what that title is all about right near the end. Yes, and it's a rather grisly ending, I would say. Yes, quite shocking, but excellent. Anyhow, here we are again. Look at it. There it is. It's from this that I've been doing all these reviews from and watching and enjoying again. This is the Blu-ray version of Hammer House of Horror. It's fantastic. It's on network, sadly, which have now gone. But this is great. Yeah, highly recommended. I've loved it so much. And we're going to continue. There's 13 episodes, and this is the second one. So we've still got 11 to go. Way back. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed these videos that I do. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And you can find out on what else I review. I review all sorts of things. You can see on playlists and everything that I do. And hopefully you might find something you like. And if you love this video, well, not love it, but like it, you might not love it. If you like it, please give it a like. It helps put it out onto the internet, hopefully, and other people might enjoy it. And algorithms and all that stuff, I don't understand it. But anyhow, it supposedly helps all that. And you say, it all costs notes. You can't say better than that. It costs notes. Hey, by gum. That's right grand. And that's it. If you got any comments, please put your comments down as well. Yeah, I love to read your comments. Cost note as well. That's it. So, all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.